So this is just going to be a really quick video about the meta for the preseason, looking like it's finally being figured out, and it looks like we're heading into a lethality meta, as in things like Varus, Jhin, and then things like that can do well with lethality and poke, like the likes of Engage, so Ashe, Misfortune. Those look like the AD carries right now that are going to be top tier heading into Season 8. Now obviously what I'm saying is not set in stone, but I'm using All-Stars mainly as a reference for this, because even though All-Stars is a for fun event, it looks like all the regions involved this go around are taking All-Stars very seriously. They're playing to win, they're playing for a meta. We're also seeing things like Kleptomancy, Ezreal of course, and such like that too. But for the most part, it's a lot of, Jhin, Varus, things that could really abuse lethality the best right now. And same for the matter because of the jungle meta. We are seeing some tanks in the jungle in the likes of Sejuani, but we're seeing also things that can use lethality there as well, like Kha'Zix. So, where does this place other AD carries, the likes of Kog'Maw, Tristana, Jinx, and all of those people that probably would have benefited more from Ardent Censer? Well, it kind of depends, right? Because Ardent Censer meta champions aren't necessarily bad, but they don't necessarily compare to, of course, lethality champions in the early game. And right now, games seem to be pretty short. There's just not a lot of room for scaling right now. So if you want to risk playing those champions, I think it's a matter of you having to be really good on those champions to make them work. But they're not terrible, because even though there's a lot of early game stuff going on, a lot of that early game stuff is team fighting. So of course, auto attacking champions, a lot of their builds involve things that are good for team fighting. It's not impossible to make those work. But if I had to do like a rough guesstimation so far, watching about 3 days of All-Stars at this point, it looks like we're heading for the AD carry role at least into a lethality meta. So if you're trying to look at what champions are good, or if your champion, you're trying to figure out how to play that champion in a lethality meta, and you couldn't really figure out the meta beforehand, well, if you play like say Ezreal or Sivir or Jinx or something like that, how would you usually play them in a lethality meta? That's what you can now focus on and try and get a jump start on how Season 8 will probably be. As we know, there is one more patch in the middle of the season, or in the middle of the preseason, I should say, that is coming. The patch 7.24b, aka patch 7.25. So be looking for that, of course, and as such, that really is probably going to be some hot fixes and some help for the bruiser class in top lane, more so than bot lane. So there we go. We're heading into a lethality meta from what I can tell so far. Again, looking at All-Stars and stuff like that, looking at things that have kind of become meta in solo queue. And, well, how do you feel about that? What is your feeling on lethality meta? Are you happy we're going back to lethality and away from Ardent? Or do you wish there was a bit more viability for Ardent still, while still also allowing lethality so it's a bit more flexible across the board? Feel free to discuss that in the comment section down below. That's all for this video from me. Thank you so much for watching if you did. I don't know which video will be next, because life will be quite a mess. So until this time, take care, from the Fire Godai FS. Thank you for watching.